So when you've raised money and you're moving, into bigger customers than you've had before, who's advising you? Who is it? Is it CFO? Did you build your team right away? Are there board members? Obviously, your investors or advisors. Can you talk about who's sort of helping you think through the next step?
For me, honestly, the most helpful advisors have been the early angels, and most of them are founders themselves. I really cannot thank the former founders turned angel investors enough for their help. They also, I think, have a humbleness to them. If you've built something before, you just know that it's really hard. No one became a successful business without going through a lot of hardships. So former founders turned angel investors have been the greatest advisors to me. They're also the ones who, whenever I've closed a round, they will text me and be like, now take a week vacation. I'm like, what? No, I just raised money. And they're like, no, because you're going to be off to the races. This is the time to take some time off. They just know the journey. Whereas I feel like sometimes professional VCs, they only know what it looks like in a spreadsheet after the fact versus the operational components that lead up to those numbers.
Brigham, what about you?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Something we do, which is maybe a little irregular, outside of the cadence of board meetings, which as we've grown and added more investors get bigger, we still do twice yearly. I would call it an R&D day. Public companies do this where they maybe invite you on site. They talk more about what they're building than the pure financial results. I copied that model, but we do it even as a small company. And we'll invite that whole set of angel investors on down, advisors. We actually get to spend time talking a little bit more about what's going on day to day, the products and things like that.
That's so smart. I might steal that.
You should steal that. It works really well. And every time I do it, somebody in that call says, you got to talk to X, introduces a customer, introduces a partner. So it's a good way to activate that network. And they're all a mix of investors and founders. I would add that, founder peers are a great group. They're going through the same thing. They can see something maybe you haven't seen or have had an experience you haven't had yet. So the group chats are real.
Yes.
And necessary. But even doing that formal setting where we're not talking about financials here, let's talk about everything else and get input from your community. And you're as strong as your team and your community that is built around you.